Clay.
Hello. Hello to everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. I like having you guys here. It makes me feel special. And for all you new people to the show, welcome to the show. I appreciate you being here. Normally we got a lot more guys and a lot more things happening. But all of our schedules have changed very dramatically. And even mine too. I will be starting a new job on Monday. So my schedule is going to change. So we might be changing everything up about the show on at least when we do things. So stay tuned, because it has yet to be figured out. But another Friday, another good night. Just so much craziness going on in the world, so much happening, so much to get into. That being said, hey, we got Twitter now. So if you want to contact and be part of the show, feel free. I'm actually about to log on with my other computer now so I could see if anybody starts tweeting around. And on that note, we'll bring that into the show as well. I don't know what all this stuff is. I have no idea what any of that stuff is right now that's on there. I couldn't tell you. I think when I signed up for this thing, I had to pick something to follow for some reason. It's like, well, what if I don't want to follow? Why don't you give me a chance to look into this to fucking try to follow something? And just a bag of dicks, man. It's just kind of weird how they kind of force you into some weird stuff like that. But whatever, I still haven't got to use it really at all, so I really don't know how to work it. What's happening? Okay, Okay, so I'm just gonna put a tweet out. Tweet. I don't even know where that went. Having a show, trying this out. That's what I wrote. Whatever. So anyway, if you guys want to be a part of all of this, any of this, feel free to hit me up on some tweets and be a part of the show. It would be cool. It would be tight. Man, oh man. So many things are happening coming up. Supposed to go on an all-guys camping trip with a couple of my bros. But again, starting this new job, so I don't know what I can and can't do yet. And it sucks because, I talked to these guys like a month ago about this. Maybe a little bit longer ago. But, they're like, hey, you feel like doing something at this time? Keep it open in your calendar. It's like, okay, no problem. And what do? I go ahead and get a new job that week. The week of that I'm supposed to be doing this. But this new job is coming right in the nick of time. Man, oh man. So, if you watch the show, you'll know a lot about me and what I've been going through lately, or listen, on Apple iTunes and Spotify and stuff. But if you know me, I used to do this show from my house where we would do, live music at the end of the show every time we did the show. My buddy John would be here on the drums. Dane would be here playing some guitar. Sam would be here playing guitar, bass, whatever. We would just jam out. And we had this house, and I was told I was allowed to stay there when my lease was up. I could renew it and blah blah blah, even if they sell it. And lo and behold, towards the end of my stay there, they were trying, they're having people walk through my house while I'm there with all of my stuff, looking at this house because they're trying to sell it. That was a pain in the dick, because not only did I have to let people walk around while I was there and they're just looking at all the shit that I have and how I have it set up, it's just like, this is my time that I can't do anything else. I kind of have to sit there and babysit these people walking through my house, and I had to do this so many times, and that was a pain in the ass. Well, anyway, so I move out of this place, and they weren't able to renew my lease because they did sell it, and now these guys are trying to fuck with me and charge me for things that didn't even happen. They just sent me a statement the other day about a clogged sink, so they had to replace the whole sink. It's like, first of all, there's only one thing that's ever happened with that sink. In the middle of the faucet, the long part that the water comes through and goes down out of, a hole was just, it happened in the side of this thing, and it's shooting water on my counter. And that's really the only thing that happened. So, and anytime anything was wrong at the house, I had to put in a work order. Now, when I did this, I got a copy of all of this as well. So it's like, cool. Hold on. Oh, I could just do it like that. I could just do it like that, and it just gets louder in there. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm looking at these levels, and I'm seeing that they're not where they should be. So I'm kind of fucking with it. Anyway, sorry. To get back to my story. That's a little bit better. That's better. Okay. So to get back to my story, they're trying to charge me $277 for something that I didn't do. And if I would have done it, sure, fine, I will pay for it, understandable. But that being said, too, if I didn't do it, I'm not trying to pay for it. $300. And, they have a $2,100 deposit of mine, and they're trying to get as much of that as they can. So I actually had to recently send these guys a email in the 1950s. But I sent them an email, and it's like, look, dude, just so you know, I have copies and videos and pictures. Like, I had to send these requests in, so I know. And before I moved out, took pictures and videos. So it's like, if you charge me for this thing that never happened, that they never fixed, then it's not a new sink, because when I moved out, it's the same sink that was there before, just a new faucet. It's like, I will take you to court. And so that just happened the other day. So it's like, that's cool. Now I might have that to kind of go through. Yeah, it's $270, but it's still the principle of the matter. It's like, if I did it, I would have no problem paying for it. It's like, yeah, I fucked it up. Sorry. Let's get this thing fixed. But I didn't. And, they know I'm hurting for money. They had me get rental assistance at one point. So it's just like, you know that I'm in a hard time, yet you're still trying to, like, rape me for everything you can. It's like, the lady just sold the house. Why does she need this $300 from me? I don't know. It's kind of silly. And I was, I'm a renter. So that, and it's broke of no fault of my own. So I don't understand why that's on me. But it's whatever, man. What are you going to do? So I'm going to have to deal with that when that time comes. And then, I move into this place, and it's just like, I'm not going back to Amazon. It's like, I did not like that. And the pay you got for what you had to deal with and be part of was not worth it. So it's like, didn't want to go back there, and it's like, I needed money immediately, so I started working at the Papa John's over here, and it's actually a lot of really good dudes there. I was very surprised. Not only, actually, the first thing that really caught me off guard was how clean this place was. I've worked at so many pizza shops, even the one in Strongsville, Domino's. That was probably the cleaner of the Domino's I've been to, but it's not saying much, because I walked into this Papa John's. I'm like, this place is almost sparkling clean. Like, this makes no sense. You'd think, like, I don't know. it really caught me off guard how clean this was. And then, when I first got there, obviously they don't know me, I don't know them, so there's a little bit of that weird tension in the air, and I could definitely feel it, but that's fine. But day 2, I was just my dumb jackass self, and I've already connected with these people, but I was there for probably like 2.5 weeks, and they're really good dudes. All the dudes up there, they're pretty good dudes, and at least as far as working with these guys, like they have good work ethic and great communication. Obviously, they clean up and do shit. Like it was kind of, it really caught me off guard. It's weird. Just weird how things work. So yeah, so I was doing that, but now there's this other job, which is now probably a good half hour away from where I'm at now, but getting the $19 an hour, and that's just like the base pay, and I think they need a third shifter, and usually those shifts get paid more just in general anyway. So it's like, So that's why we might actually have to move this show as well, because if I get this job, I'm going to try to get that night shift. I would imagine it's got to be at least like 21, 22 an hour at that point. At least it's got to be a couple bucks more, I would imagine. But anyway, if I work Monday through Friday, tonight, I would probably just be going into work at like 10 o'clock at night and, working whatever. So I might have to change the day we do this. But this job and the new place I've moved to is $500 cheaper a month. And now I'm going to be making $2 more an hour than I was at Amazon. And so things are gonna be pretty good. And plus, I'm about to get something back from this house. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But man, oh man, these people, they seemed okay. This Sandstone Realty Company, they seemed okay at first, but at the end, man, ruthless, and they don't care. Once you're out of there, they don't care about you or anything. They're just like, sorry, man. Nope, sorry. That's all I hear from these people now. Like, well, sorry. And then I tell them, hey, you better tell this lady if she wants to charge me for this, I will be taking her to court. I don't know if they're relaying that message to this homeowner or not. But, especially because I did say I have videos and, just everything in general. I don't know. So, and you better believe I'll do it. I'll figure out a way to do it. Especially with this job and where I'm at now, if I have to go through and pay for it at first, I will. But you better believe they're going to pay my court costs when this is over. Because, first of all, this shouldn't have even been done. Yeah, $277, cool. You're going to pay me that. And then you're going to pay me for all the distress and bullshit I went through because of it. And then you're going to pay my court costs. Or you could just not charge me for something that I never ever did. And we'll be good. But people like to take them risks. Sometimes that's how you get ahead. Sometimes that's how you fall very far behind. But I'm very curious to see what's going to happen because when you move out of a place, I think they have 30 days legally to get you your money. And if they don't, I don't know. But you better believe, if that was me owing them, they'd be on it like that very next day. So, maybe I'll follow suit and wait for that 31st day. Just, I don't know, see what kind of legal course of action I could take against these people. But, I don't know, man. This is crazy shit. Just crazy, dumb shit that just doesn't even need to be a thing. But it's one of those little things I'm dealing with. And then, another thing that kind of sucks for me is, I moved into this new place. The landlords are great. They're pretty nice people. And but this is such a way smaller place. And if you know me, I have a household worth of stuff. And it's all in this main room and my bedroom. And that's really all I have. The kitchen is it's so tiny. And the bathroom is tiny. But, it's for a single guy, I guess, whatever. It's cool. But, what's happening with my camera? That's weird that it keeps disconnecting and connecting. Not this main one. But I have another camera kind of set up. It's just not on at the moment, but I just saw that it was connecting and disconnecting. It's being all stupid and weird. Anyway, to get back to my story, this new place is way smaller, and I have not been able to, like, comfortably sleep. And normally, I can't even sleep on, like, a couch chair, like the two-seaters that I have here. But I've just been, like, randomly falling asleep for half an hour or an hour at a time, and then just, like, waking up all discombobulated and all, like, in a weird position and just feeling all shitty. And then I try to go lay in my bed, and I just can't. And then the next thing I know, I'm waking up. And it's only been like 2-3 hours, and it's just, but the last like 3 or 4 days, man, I've not been able to sleep to save my life, and at least like good. Like I wake up and it's just like, did I sleep? I'm not so sure. I feel pretty fucking tired, man. One time, I feel pretty fucking tired one time, man. I don't know. But it does suck because I am on this night owl schedule. I tend not to go to sleep till like 7 in the morning-ish. Most times. But man, this new job training is like 9 to 5. So it should be pretty interesting to try to get adjusted to that. And then they said that could take 4 to 5 weeks. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to be a guy that stands at a counter and rents you out a car. I could be wrong. But it said counter person, so I don't know what else that can mean or consist of. But whatever, $19 an hour, that's tight. That is, I'll stand inside. Amazon, you're like running back to the truck, scuffling, look for packages. Like the worst is when you got there in the morning and they make you load your bags into your truck yourself. Like you literally, like, and these bags are full of packages, at least like 30 to 40 packages, and of all weights and sizes and shapes, and like you can get up to 22 bags. And then they have like the what do they call them, just the bigger shit that wouldn't fit in the little bags and stuff, the overflow or whatever. But then, you know, you just have tons of those packages as well, so you have to load all this stuff, then you have to drive out to this place, and then you have to like deliver, like almost run to these places, or you just kind of get shit on. It's such a weird thing, and you only get like $17 an hour to do that. And we go from that to counter person, rental car counter person, and I'm making more money an hour, yet I have way more training. Like this driver training, I think it was like 2 days at Amazon. They're just like, hey, this and this, this and this. If you fail the test, you won't get into Amazon, but hey, we give you the answers. Literally 2 days, and then you're driving for these people. But then this place I'm about to go to, which as far as, you know, in my brain, it just goes like, hey, you want what car? Cool, let me print this up. Here you go, sign it. Here's your keys. It's like, I really don't understand how much training you'd really need to do a job like that. But again, I'm not sure that's what I'm going to do. The ad said counter person. When he called me, he said counter person. And then he also followed it up with, it's a new position. Wait, what? How is being a rental car counter person a new position? That's what I don't understand. What's kind of throwing me off about this job, but that I don't even have yet, that I start on Monday. He just said it's a new position in the company. And it's like, well, if you didn't have a counter person before, what in the how did people rent cars from you? Like, how did this even work? So I'm not even 100% sure that's what I'm going to be doing. I could be walking into something just like so horrible. Like, I'm the guy. Like, yeah, it would just suck to go in there and just be like, well, you're going to be the guy that we bring the cars back. You have to clean it and detail it and wash it and do all this stuff. I don't want to be that guy. I'll be a counter guy, like the ad said, and sit at a counter. And most likely on third shift, just be probably sitting on my phone, watching videos all night. I could do that, research stuff, learn stuff, shit, bring my guitar, learn some new guitar stuff. The world is my oyster in my head. But, so yeah, so we'll see what happens. But this new job and this new place that I'm living at, being it's $500 cheaper, and I don't have to pay a water bill or a sewer bill, And it's because it's smaller, it's cheaper to cool and heat. Like, I should be doing good. Should be doing real good. I want a motorcycle, god damn it. But there's no way I could get one here. Because there's not even a garage. So that kind of sucks. Shout out to these things. When was the last time you had one of these little caramels with the powder stuff in the side? Sometimes you just gotta take a break out of life. Eat a candy. Take a deep breath. And just be glad. I had, today is my last day delivering at Papa John's. Because tomorrow, I'll be going to a concert with my buddy John. He's been on the show before, but it's one of his kids' first concerts ever. It's like the first concert he's ever been to. And I've been in their lives forever. So, you know, I saw this kid as a little baby. I haven't seen him in a while. So it'd be very interesting on that just alone. But just to be part of something like that, especially in when you're like best friends' lives, I don't know. It's exciting. And I want to explain what the funnier part of this is going to be, but I don't want to ruin the surprise for John and all of them if I decide to go through with this tomorrow. But we're going to see that band TWRP. I think it was like, what's that stand for? Tupperware Remix Party? Weird, crazy dudes. But one day John came over and showed us these guys. He's like, oh, man, yeah, just this one kid that, you know, I work with, he was listening to it, and at first I thought it was kind of silly, and then I started listening to it, and it's so true, because he said, like, you know, it just has this bass line that you hear it, and you just can't stop, like, dancing to it and grooving with it. And it's definitely got some funk, and it's fun. The singer's a little bit annoying here and there, but it's for a kid's first concert. It's gonna be really something, and especially if I decide to wear what I'm thinking about wearing, this kid will never forget this as long as he lives. And it's appropriate, John and Lindsay. Okay, it's appropriate. It's just real silly and out there, but at the same time, part of me doesn't want to do this because I don't want to ruin it. This thing that I was thinking about wearing. Ah, man, but this could be, like I said, this could be something that he will never forget. That being said, it is summertime here in the Ohios, so I will probably die if I wear this, because I imagine it'll be really hot. Most concerts, even inside, so hot. You'd think they'd have figured this shit out by now, but they haven't. That's alright. At least with my problems. And it would be worth it to give that kid one of the one of the craziest memories he probably have, at least so far in life. Because it'd be really weird. I can't imagine if I was a kid going to a concert with my dad's buddy, and my dad's buddy was to wear what I'm thinking about. Which, you know, I'll bring it up in the next show next Friday. But and shit, maybe I'll even have some pictures and videos, perhaps. I'm sure I'm allowed to show those, right? Copyright and stuff. Oh, guess we'll figure it out. But I'm really excited to be a part of that. And then Sunday, I gotta work for the good buddies at Unrefined, which I forgot to plug last show. Usually I plug them every show, but that beginning really threw me off when I realized that the microphone wasn't working. Man, like, I had such a good start last show, and then I realized that happened. Then I turned the mic on, and I lost my place because I was running down a path with all these things I was throwing on there, and I had a place I was going. But then I veered off the path when I realized that shit, and I couldn't find it again. It was just kind of rough coming back from that. But, man, oh man. But, yeah, so I'll be sure. You know what? We can probably just do that right now. Just turn my theme song up a little more. Let's see. Oh, do I not even have it on my main screen page? Okay, hold on. I need to add this to this one. So what I am doing... window capture, please. We'll do unrefined. Yes, please. Ah, Jesus. I need to... Let's see here. Scale. No. Full screen. Transform. Here we go. Probably this one. Fit to screen. There we go. Oh, that's just so much faster than the way I used to do it. Okay. So right now, if you're watching the show, you're looking at unrefinedls.com. If you're I think it was 30 miles from Cleveland, you're eligible to, check these guys out and grab it. Basically what it is you place your order, and basically they cook it, get it prepped up, ready to go, and then Sunday they give it to you. So it's always going to be fresh. But to check the delivery areas, there's a little spot here. You can put your zip code in, and it'll let you know. But you can get stuff by the pound. If you subscribe, you get savings. You can get stuff a la carte. We'll just go by the pound. Now, everything you see here is all fresh. And everything they use, is fresh stuff. So their sauces, they make it every week. All these sauces are freshly made every week. I'm sure all the cheeses that they use for the mac and cheese, they melt it down, like all good fresh stuff. All the chicken, good stuff. Fish, good stuff. I'm hearing myself say this, I feel stupid. But they got a lot of really good healthy stuff for you. And I don't eat healthy because I'm an idiot and I just don't know how to. No, I just have a really terrible gag reflex. But you know what? I might try this mac and cheese. If you're watching the show, if you're not watching the show, there's pictures of everything, and every picture has calories, protein, carbs, and fat, and it breaks down how much each of these meals have within them. So if you count your calories and you do stuff like that, it should help you out a lot with that. But everything has very good descriptions. We'll go with the Caribbean pineapple glaze. Let's see, 4 servings, 1.5 ounces each. There's honey, pineapple juice, low sodium tamari sauce, sesame oil, minced garlic, Caribbean jerk seasoning, and ginger paste. That's what's in that sauce right there. And I did get to work in the kitchen and help them make some of this stuff, and it was really neat watching these people work with what they had to work with. And they just keep getting more stuff, and they are growing so fast. I just saw the other day, I think they were on like Cleveland Today, or I don't know. I don't watch those kind of news shows, but I saw it in one of my feeds. But yeah, so they're probably gonna blow up really big when I go back this Sunday, because I'm just a delivery guy. But if you're looking at the screen, I clicked on the a la carte. Oh wow, I didn't know they had cinnamon French toast. Okay, so they have some breakfast cinnamon French toast, some bang bang taco salad, a Caribbean jerk bowl. I want to try. The one thing I will try there, if they ever have them extra, is these lemon blueberry muffins. They look really good. Everything that's in there, I would eat. The tapioca flour. Yeah. I'm just really weird when it comes to food. It's the chocolate chip protein cookies. That's what kind of fucks with me. Like, I want to try them, but then I see the word protein, and then my brain flips the fuck out. It's like, no. It's like, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that in the house. Yeah, my brain just won't let me do that. Like, I really would love to eat healthy. That's one of the worst things I do. That's like one of the worst. I cannot stop drinking pop. That's all I drink. It's rare I drink water. My body is just like, hey, we're at that point, and so I'll drink some water. But other than that, it's like I really don't drink water. And so far, I've eaten fast food like every meal for weeks. yeah, my body is just really weird. I don't eat good at all, and it's really hard for me to, because even if you blindfolded me, my body is so like in tune with smells now, where it's just like you bring something to my face and it'll smell it, and just instant like blah blah, and I won't be able to just. That's it. It's over. It's like, that's a really hard thing to break. Yeah, I would love. I got me some man titties going on and a little old daddy gut. But it would be nice to just like not, because even if I didn't exercise, if I just ate well, I'd be in shape. I would be in shape. But I don't really care that much. It's like it'd be cool to look that way, but that's a lot of dedication. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of time. Even if it's a little here, little there, that shit adds up. So I just sit around and do nothing and just eat some snacks. It's terrible. But yeah, it's kind of my lifestyle at the moment. But again, I'm just settling in. I'm waiting for all this cash to come back. Dude, my car payment. Keep in mind, I've been paying this thing for 3 years, all of my bills. I have never missed a bill. I've always paid everything on time, if not early. But being sick for that month and a half really fucked everything for me. Like, so bad in so many ways. And it was to the point where I was able to just barely get into this place. Thank God I have some really good friends. Like, I would not be here without you guys. I want you to know that. Thank you. But I barely made it in. I've been eating pizza for breakfast and dinner every night for like since I started at Papa John's. Because I can't, like, my bank account, my car payment came out on the 1st automatically. I called them and it's like, look, I paid you for 3 years, never missed a payment. Can you do me a favor and can we skip a payment? Just one. We don't have to do it ever again. I just need this one time. And they basically told me that they couldn't. And so you can't even like scoot it over a month, like just elongate it by one more month, and that way I won't miss even a payment. It's just like we just extended it a month. But they weren't able to do that for me. So it came out of my bank account automatically, and then I went to the negative. And then it just like I had to wait with Papa John's because I made some money every night, but I kind of had to use that for gas and to eat. And then the following week I got that check, so I put it in my bank and boom, there we go. Now it's in the positive. But man, like that shit was, it's been really tough, rough, crazy times. But so financially I'm starting to get back in there, and especially if I get this $19 an hour job thing. They apparently pay weekly, so I should be set. I should be set right after that starts. And like I said, by the end of the month, I should have whatever they're going to give me back from that other house of the $2,100 I paid them as a security deposit. It's such bullshit. And it's also bullshit how the water company demanded $500 from me just up front as a security deposit for the water bill, which was never more than $16 a month. And then when I go like, hey, I moved out, here's my lease, here you go, just so you can see. They're just like, it's going to take 4 to 8 weeks to get back to you. It's like, why? Just give it to me now. I'm here. Don't you have the money I gave you? You're just not holding on to it? Oh, you've been spending and investing it? It's so fucking stupid. I hate how these companies work. But anyways, because, of this place I'm living in now, it's so much cheaper, and the job I'm about to get, and I'm actually going to try to get a camera, like a real camera, and a couple other things going for the show, some other plugins and whatnot to make it a little better. I just found, because I'm not fully moved in yet, I just found where all my LEDs were that I had to rip from the ceiling, so I might try to set those up somehow in some weird configuration. They don't look great. Because when I put those up there, I had planned to stay at this house for like 3 or 4 years. So I didn't So by that time, if I ripped them down, it's like, whatever, I spent $70 on these at one point, but now I don't care because it's been like 4 years and they did what they had to do. But I put them up there, and not even like 6 months later, I had to like tear everything down again. So when I tore them down, they have like a sticky back. So just like a lot of paper stuck to all these, and if I can even get them apart, because I had to, it was just a mess. But, you know, I spent $70 on these things, and I don't, you know, I like them. So I'll try to find a way to make them work and get some cool lights going back in here again. But I'm still unpacking. Like, I'm still not settled in, man. I've been here for a couple weeks now, but I'm still not settled in, and a lot of the stuff I just said fuck it and shoved in my closet for a little bit just to get it out of the room so I can have a little peace of mind from a clean room. And it's not working that well, but it's not bad. This place isn't bad. It's got its own charms and its own downfalls. The worst thing about this place I'm at now is that there is no dishwasher. Even though the Birchwood house had one, and it was the shittiest dishwasher I have ever used in my entire life, it still worked. And it was still kind of nice to have, because instead of your dishes sitting in your goddamn sink, you can just rinse them off and then put them in the dishwasher, leave them in there until you slowly fill it up, and then run it. It's like, I can't do that here. I have the tiniest kitchen. I could probably stand facing my sink and spread my legs and touch both sides of the kitchen with my legs and still be comfortable and not hurting in the crotch area. That's about how small my kitchen is. It's probably a little bigger than that, but that just kind of gives you, I mean, not much. It might be that exact size, so. But it does have its own charms too, because the central air is so nice. The other day, driving for Papa John's and it being so hot. Granted, it's Cleveland, so it's not hot all the time, but when it was hot and humid. And then just like coming home after working in a place with a hot oven in it all day, and just like, yes, this is what I need right now. This is great. It does suck because like I got my landlord on that side of me, and then another lady on the back side of me, so that's kind of pissed, but that's okay. So far, it hasn't been an issue. I have my sound bar set up to my TV, which has an absurd amount of bass from the subwoofer that I even actually have to turn down. But even the times that it was up, like, I've never heard a complaint. And the guy that built this place is my landlord. It was his father-in-law that helped him build this place. And I guess he was like an architect, whatever. So he said he put, not only did he make like where the houses join, not only did he make it wider, but he used like all the best soundproofing stuff and even extra. So he's like, oh, you don't have to worry about the sound, you'll be fine. Except the floors, because I'm pretty sure if I was to like bang on the floor, everybody would hear that. So, but it's not, talking and stuff doesn't seem to travel, so that's pretty cool, I guess. I haven't done like a karaoke thing or where I really sing hard and just like put some oomph into it kind of shit here yet, so especially this late, because it is Cleveland, Ohio. Well, it's Cleveland, Ohio, so it's, right now 12:43 in the morning. And they're both old. The landlords, they're an elderly couple. The lady behind me, definitely an elderly lady on oxygen, so it's like, and another really bad thing, it's bad for renters that are renting the place, but it's good if you are the rentee, like renting it out to someone. But I am on like a month-to-month lease here. So, for any reason, which there shouldn't be any, but if for any reason they're like, hey, we don't like you, you gotta be out next month, they could do that. Now that's kind of scary, That's a little bit, granted, they want someone that's going to be here for a very long time. So, and they seem to really like me. I'm a decent dude. So, it's just scary when you're renting. Especially after my last encounter with the rental corporation people, like, it's scary when it's not in your own hands. It would be nice to own a house and, it's all on you. You can make it or break it, but it's all on you. No one else can decide that. It sucks when you're renting. Now, I don't know how it would really go for an apartment complex, because those are always going to be there most likely. But like when you're renting a house from somebody, especially now, because dude, selling houses are like gold. And the problem is they're selling their houses and they can't find anywhere to go because they're idiots to sell it before they even find somewhere to go. So it's weird how much money they make, but then they get screwed, most of these people, because there's just nowhere to go unless you want to get raped yourself and buy a house for whatever overpriced it is now. But so renting is a scary deal right now. Even this place, like when my sister was renting it, it was like $50 cheaper, but they kind of said to me, they're like, "Hey, so we haven't really raised the rent in years, and we kind of want to." I was like, "Well, what are you talking?" They're like, $500. I was like, "Done. That's fine. That's fine." Fine. Granted, I really didn't have anywhere else to go, so I really didn't have any options anyway. But I figured being like on the hey, no problem side of things was probably the better way to go and the best way to deal with all that. So that's kind of what I did. And thank God I did, man. I can't believe how everything worked out. I had like $200 left on my credit card, and I had to rent a U-Haul. So, they put like $100 hold on my card. And then at the end, once we got everything in the truck and then we moved everything here, we were going to move everything we were going to put in the storage unit was like the basement shit and my garage stuff. So now we leave my house that I'm at now, and then we go to the U-Haul place. I'm like, "I would like to get a 5x10 storage locker." She's like, "Sorry, don't have any." Keep in mind, it's like 15 minutes till close. And I'm like, "Well, lady, I have a U-Haul truck full of like heavy steel, metal, iron just tools. Like, I have a whole garage in this U-Haul truck. What am I supposed to do with it? And I have to drop this truck off here tonight." And she made a call. It's like, cool. We went to this other place right down the road, and they were like, "Yeah, we have one." It's like, I'll take it. What I didn't know is that it was an upstairs unit, and there's no elevator, and I have a welding bench that is like cast iron steel, just heavy. It's heavy with two people. And me and Zach and my buddy Ryan, we got everything in there. But the scary part was, like I said, I only had $200 to my name. Now this U-Haul truck, like I hadn't returned it yet, so they didn't take that hold off my card. And then it's like that leaves me with $100. But this rental unit came out to like it was like 90 some bucks, but it came out to like 104 something. And I was just like, oh no. Like, it's like I finally we got to a place, they finally have a unit. It's like, fuck, like I have $100 left on this card. It's like, cool, I won't be able to eat after this, but whatever, at least all my stuff will be safe. And then she swipes it, and I'm sitting there like, okay. And then she's like reading all these rules and the regulations and this and that. I'm still sitting there like, okay. Like, did I get it? Like, did it go through? But luckily it went through. I don't know how, but it went through. And I was able to put my stuff in there. And then I realized, like, wait, I don't have a lock. How am I going to lock this up? I can't buy one. So shit's been really tight. And I'm so glad that I'm at least in this place. And again, I wouldn't have been able to do it without my friend's family, because the first night of moving, I got so much shit done thanks to Ryan. Like, me and him really busted a lot of stuff out. But our second to last trip, as I was stepping out my side door, I forgot that there was a step there. So where my foot went to step on something, there was nothing there. And I kind of went down, and like I just heard crack, 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 pop. Smashed on the ground. Anyway, Ryan didn't know what happened until we got to this new place and started unloading the cars, and he saw me limping and my leg was bleeding. And he's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Yeah, this happened 20 minutes before we left my house. I was screaming for your help, but you didn't hear me because you had your radio on." Anyways, so yeah, I really fucked my ankle up real bad and my wrist because I fell on my wrist, and it still is not okay. But yeah, so we get to the house, we unload everything, and I gimp around. And Ryan's like, "If you want to go one more round, I could fill up the truck one more time." It's like, I'm by myself, so I'm not going to turn that down. It's like, am I hurting? Yeah. Is this painful? Yeah. Is it going to suck more tomorrow? Probably. I don't know. So I took him up on it. We went back to the house, did one more load, and then I stayed here and kind of put this desk together, this whole desk that all my stuff is on because my living room was full, and the following day we were going to get all my couches and all the big shit, but it's like there's nowhere to set anything right now, even if I wanted to. So I set up this desk and put all the stuff on it that normally goes in it and on it, and so I made some room. Well, after that was done, I go back to the old house, take a shower, and I lay down. Like, okay, cool. Well, I get woken up to the gas man knocking on the door to shut off the gas. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I kind of swing out of bed, forgetting what happened last night, just kind of in the moment. And just like the craziest pain. It's like, oh my fucking God. And I couldn't even limp on it at this point. So it was like tenfold. It was so much worse. It was next to impossible to get to the. I couldn't even hop on my right foot. That was fine because just the bouncing and the moving on my left ankle. It was insane. And eventually I did get to the guy. I was just yelling at him like, "Hey, come to the front," because he's just running all around because he can hear me like hopping in the fucking house. Because I'm a big dude and I'm fat and that bass travels. So he knew I was in there, but eventually I let him in, and then he just let himself out because I was sitting on the steps, trying not to cry in front of this dude. And I'm just sitting there just like feeling so hopeless, like how am I going to move all this shit? And I put a post on Facebook just like, "Hey, really fucked myself up. I don't know what I'm going to do. Today's like all the heavy lifting, like the couches and the basement stuff and then all the garage stuff." But man, it was so overwhelming in my heart, like in good feelings and love, just seeing all these people just like coming over and helping me. It really threw me off guard, and I'm so appreciative of all of that. But again, I wouldn't have been able to do this without having some really good friends and family. I can't tell you how important it is to keep your friends, safe and close, and just be good. Get rid of all the shit from your life and just keep those good ones and do right by them. And do whatever you can to help them when you can, because you never know when you're going to hurt your ankle and need it yourself. Isn't that the truth? But I usually do. I tell all my friends if they need me, I'm just a phone call away. I'd be happy to help if you need it. But it was just I was overwhelmed with the responses I got that day, because it's like, man, I can't move anything. I'm so fucked. This is the last day I have at this house to move all this shit out. Like what? And I didn't even finish till 3 a.m. that day. Like I had to do the last 2 loads myself, I think. But that's fine. Whatever. By the end of the day, limping on it wasn't bad at all. Like I could do it. It was still fucked up, and I really couldn't do a lot, but by the end of the night I was managing to help out. But I would have never thought that would have even been possible in the morning when I woke up. It was so bad. It was so bad. Everybody telling me to put ice on it. Guess what? I'm sorry, but I never did. Hey, is this thing updating? I feel like I put a post and I don't see it. Where's all my posts at? I know I made one. Wait, are you guys seeing this too? Okay, yeah, you're seeing this too. That's embarrassing. Yeah, so just so you guys know, I don't know what any of this shit is. I thought I tweeted something, and I see it on my other screen. I see it on my other screen above this guy with a cowboy hat. Okay, let's look for the guy with the cowboy hat. I'm sorry if you people are listening, trying to make sense of what's going on, but I have no idea how to use Twitter, and through my other computer, I made a tweet on my Twitter, but I can't seem to find it. And it wasn't that long ago. And on my computer that I do all my music and video editing with, that's when I made the tweet from. I see this guy with a weird looking cowboy hat, which I'm not seeing. Like, am I doing this wrong? I don't know what's happening. So where is my tweet? Where's my tweet? See, this is what I need you guys for. I need you to tell me what the fuck I am doing. Notifications? It's been a heck of a year. Well, what? Hold on. This is a very weird situation. Yeah, I'm seeing totally two different things. On my video editing computer, I'm seeing so many posts. So many different posts. Yeah, twitter.com home. That's where I'm at. Wait, let's see. So, wait, let me hit refresh. Let's just refresh it. See if it knows what's happening. Okay, no, see? There's the guy with the hat. Wait, let me just check on my stream real quick. Okay, so you guys can see that. All right, cool. Okay, so the guy with the hat, cool. Well, my tweet was supposed to be like right here by the guy with the hat. Oh, here we go. It's right up top. I'm so stupid. I am so dumb. 48 minutes ago. So I lose everything directly in front of my face, and this is no exception to the rule. The top of the list, couldn't even see it right there. God, let's just see. Alright, let's just hit tweet. Hold on, I'm gonna go on my other computer because I want to see. OBS Twitch. I might have to mute the sound. Oh, that's nice to be able to have that. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, alright. I just want to see if you could even read this if it's on your screen. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'll take this and I'll shrink this and then expand this. Might be onto something here. Maybe switch sides with my camera. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Weird. Okay, so now if you Twitch and tweet, it should show up on the screen. Man, oh man. Technology. It's weird stuff you could do these days. Yeah, it also sucks. One of the things that sucks about living here is now, I mean, where I was living in Garfield Heights, which to all my friends is at least a 15 or 40 minute drive away. Sorry, eating some more of these guys. So good. But it was already a good distance away from everybody, and that in itself kind of sucked. But it was a cool house and it was worth the drive because we could all hang out, we could all jam in it, and it was a big old house. They had room to take shits. And by take shits, I just mean hang out and whatever. But, I wonder, oh yeah, that's me. But now where I'm at, it's even a little more farther away, and it's not as big and cool. So I imagine I won't see a lot of the bros here most of the time. It might just be I might have to figure out a way to like put Zoom on here and get Dane involved. You know what? That'd be kind of neat. Oh wait, but I need a phone to contact Dane to do this stuff. Nah, Dane, if you're watching the show, I'm thinking about doing some Zoom action. Get you in on Zoom. How do you feel about that? If you're watching, you should let me know. You should go on Twitter and let me know. Tweet at me, dog. I hope this looks decent on the phone. I hope you can still like read the tweets, the twats. Read the twats. Read all of the twats. Alright, so what did we talk about? We talked about unrefined, my craziness going on, stupid rental companies, taking advantage of the little guy. I'm on a much better roll today than I was last week. But again, I didn't get fucked up this week by being all stupid. So that's cool. That works out. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I am on the interwebs. La. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to hit Cleveland. Another thing that's weird about the area I'm at now is just ambulances and fire trucks all the time. I've seen so many ambulances in the last couple days around where I'm at now. Has me kind of worried. What's going on? What's going on? So apparently there's a holiday coming up, right? No? I don't know. Because from what I was told... Now I'm going to look that up. $2022. 17th? What is today? Oh shit, it's the 18th. Okay. Where did all they go? Man, I hate when you go to Google and you type a search in, and then it'll give you like this description with a lot of the shit you're looking for and a lot of this information, and it like cuts the information off right, like you feel like if there was just a little bit more, they would answer your question, but it cuts it off right at that point. So then you click on the link to see the rest of whatever this shit is, and then you can't find it anywhere on the page. Shit is fucking insanely stupid. Makes me mad. What's going on? So yeah, so hopefully next week I might not be here to do a show. Because, I'll be in training, so I'm only going to be 9 to 5 for like the first 4 to 5 weeks apparently, so that shouldn't be an issue doing the show at Friday at midnight, those 4 weeks, whatever. But next week, if I could pull it off, I'm going to go camping with the bros, so that would mean I won't be here to do a show. So if you don't see a show Friday, you will know why. So, a little break for me on many levels, and it would just be nice to see these dudes. These are some really good guys. What's even weirder is the other dude, like, my name is BK. Well, I met another BK, and then the first day I met this BK, I was getting out of my tent, and I had these shorts on, and he's like, hey, I have those shorts. Or no, we were wearing the same shorts. So he went back in his tent, and he changed into these other ones. I was like, hey, I have those too. But it's just weird because he's a really cool dude, and I have this weird theory that people with the same names A, either kind of look alike, or B, are alike. And I say that because when you're little kids, like with my name, it's Brian. People call you Brain, or like my last name was Kloss, so they, class, make an ass out of me, ASS, when really it's AAS. But with just the Brian theme, any kind of Brian, Bo Brian, but like all that stuff, all the Brians get that. Just, and it's same for all the other names that are all weird, whatever. So that's why it's just like a lot of, for example, not even that this is real. This is just some weird hypothetical, like, see, now I gotta be careful what I say these days because everybody's so quick to shit on you for everything. So it's I don't want to get into it. When I think of a better example, or just one in general that's decent, I'll throw it out there later in this conversation. But the main point is people with the same names kind of get teased the same and grow up kind of the same kind of way. There's other factors involved, but from what I've seen, me and this BK are a lot alike in so many ways. Have the same clothes, both DIYers, both pretty good dudes. Like, both try to figure it out if we don't know. Both weld. Like, it's just, the similarities are uncanny. It's kind of crazy. And I met a lot of Lisas that are kind of have the same attributes. A lot of Stephanies that were almost identical. It's kind of weird, but it kind of makes sense. And now I forgot where I was going with that. This is why I need my bros for the show. Because I start ranting, then I rant about that other thing, and forget about the first rant. Oh, god damn it. What's weird is normally after I do a show, I'll go back and kind of watch it and try to... After the first show I ever did, I said, I don't know, but I kept doing something over and over and over and over. And I didn't realize I was doing it at the time, but watching, it's like, oh, I'm going to work on that and never do that again. And I'm pretty sure I was good about it. Maybe it was like, Or no. I know what it was. We kept saying like, and it was like. It was watching that first episode back was really tough. It was really tough. But I learned real quick that you don't say and like every other word. 'Cause that shit is real old. Or gets real old real quick. Man, oh man. Shit, man. Where was I going with that? Everybody with the same name kind of gets teased the same. Kind of ends up all the same. Oh, maybe I was supposed to... Oh. Maybe I was just talking about how I was going camping with BK. One of the guys named BK, and we're alike, and we have the same initials. I think that's where that's where I was with that. Yeah, because I was talking... Okay, so I might not be doing the show because I'll be camping with some good guys. Which is weird because back in the day... You just hang out with anybody and everybody, and it just doesn't really matter. And it really shouldn't, I guess, at first, because that's where you kind of learn who you are and who you should be around and who you shouldn't and what you should be doing and what you probably should be staying away from. But it's weird because all those really terrible people are kind of just, like, out of it now. And, like, the real gems, the real good ones are still there. And even... me and John, me and that kid, Jesus, I'm a 39-year-old man. Me and that man have been through a lot of emotional, crazy shit. And I know that me and that man will be friends for the rest of my life. Just with some of the shit that happened. The fact that we even got through it. The fact that he didn't kill me. Which he really had every right. When we're growing up and when you live in a box basically your whole life and you don't even know what weed looks like when you're 18 and then you get thrown out into the world, you kind of make some mistakes along the way. And the one I made, maybe I can get into. I want to make sure it's okay to talk about before I do, but it was pretty fucking. It was pretty bad, but it was weird because it's not like I did this out of just like this is what I'm here to do kind of thing. It was kind of just like it turned into this thing, and then it just happens, and then it just runs away from you. And I tried to be a good, decent person every chance I can get, but again, I am a human being, and we run on emotions and feelings and so on and so forth, and hopefully you learn from your mistakes, which I did. But me and John, we've went through some of the hardest stuff, like if I think friends ever will go through, kind of thing, almost, and came out the other side like almost best friends still. It took some time. It definitely took some time, but just the fact that we're still talking and really close family, like I can call that dude family, like definitely. It's just kind of crazy. It's just kind of crazy. It's weird how things work out. Cuz I don't know if you guys have ever, but I've had like 3 movie moments in my life. One of them was with this dude Andrew's sister, where we're just like kind of hanging out, and we just both look at each other and like lock eyes, and it was just like that movie moment. And then we just went in and kissed, and it was straight up from a movie. It was so crazy. And I feel like you will only get maybe a handful of those moments in your life. But that was kind of like one of those moments, back in the day with me and John, that I got caught up in, and before it was too late, I was sinking in those waters, and I had no idea till I was there. That's not true. I mean, I did, but it's just like it was such a weird thing. We'll get into that at a later time. But the fact that we're still friends, man, it's a friendship that I don't think will break ever again for any reason. There's no reason for it to. It'll just get stronger and better day by day, week by week. But that's how they should be. That's how all friendships should be, I think, Just get better with time, kind of like some wine. Because throughout life, they're going to need help, you're going to need help, and you're just going to keep interacting, doing these things for each other, and, it just brings you closer. The more interactions and things you get involved with these people, obviously, the closer you're going to be with them. And years. I mean, I went to Cub Scouts with John. Like, we were little kid friends. And my dad was our Cub Scout leader. with the worst name that he thought was so cool. My dad. Okay. And it's funny because I didn't even remember the name until John reminded me. Or maybe we both had to kind of like figure it out together, which I think is what happened. But we're like, just one day we're trying to reminisce about these Cub Scout events. It's like, okay, what did we call ourselves? And then it just hit me. I remember spray painting the background of the wood that held this arrow, like red and a little bit of orange here and there. My dad came up with the name the Flaming Arrows. So me and John were both flaming arrows in Cub Scouts. And, you don't understand when you're that young that that's what you don't ever want to be called. Just like in 5th or 4th grade, whatever grade you're in when you're a kid, because that's just when they like rip on you the most. But he called us the Flaming Arrows. I just remember being in my elementary school, because that's where we gathered. Like, the Cub Scouts were allowed to use our school or something. So, in the gymnasium is where all the groups would, gather, and we'd have our Pinewood derbies and all that stuff. And you got to sit down, almost like planting your flag, but you set down your wooden thing with your fucking name on it. The flaming arrows in bright yellow paint on a red background with orange down below. So stupid. But, I love my dad for even being a part of my life like that and being that involved. And he was in it for years. He really enjoyed it. We did leather work and all sorts of stuff like that. All sorts of Cub Scouting things. It was a good time. I'll never forget him for that. Weird. weird. But yeah, me and John have been friends for a very, very, very long time, and off and on. Like we were kid friends, then we kind of stopped talking for a while. Then I got started hanging with him again. Now he's in a band and has long hair and blue hair, and so it's really neat to see John go through these phases in life, and then to have kids and turn into Dad John, and now they're all close to 18 and just about to leave the nest, and he's about to be just like wise Grandpa Papa John. He's gonna be the real Papa Johns. It's great. When I go to the concert tomorrow, that's all I'm gonna call him all day tomorrow. Just like, hey, Papa John. Hey, Papa John. I am way too excited about calling him Papa John. That's weird. Oh boy. So I'm gonna try to do some live music tonight, just like I did last time. Just fuck around with some stuff. I definitely tweaked a lot of my iPad stuff, so hopefully it'll still work and even sound maybe a little bit better this time around. But oh man, I for this the new place I'm living at now. When you're in the street, you have to pull into the driveway, and it kind of goes at this upward slope, and it's a really smooth driveway. And every time I pull in, I just have this thought. It's like, man, I just want to put a slip and slide down this driveway, like 3 of them, just from the very top all the way down here. It would be the perfect driveway. Granted, we would need some like foam or like rubber underneath so we don't, get hurt from the concrete underneath us. But I just have that thought every time I pull in. Or like when it snows, just like I hope it just snows too much one day for the landlord to go out there and shovel. So maybe that day I could just go out with a sled and just slide down it into the street and hopefully not get run over. Have to have like a friend down below, like, it's good, go ahead. So that way, if like I start going and there's a car coming, they could jump, like the friend could go in the street and be like, stop, hold on. So that way, you don't get hit by a car. But I doubt anything like that is ever going to happen here. I have not been here for a winter, so I don't know how he goes about taking care of the driveway. But it'll be interesting to see, I suppose. Hopefully not a nightmare. Because, oh, excuse me, bubbly. But, I'm starting this new job. And hopefully it's not a nightmare. And I hope to be there for a long time. Because if you're starting at 19 or work third shift and get more than that, it's only going up from there. And I usually get into a place and kind of work my way up to the top. So it's like, man, if I could start there that amount, like, where can I go? But I don't want to have it snow here because he's an elderly gentleman, the guy I rent from. But he's like, I do the yard work, I do this, and I'm pretty sure he takes care of the driveway. I'm sure he'd have to, right? So, I wonder how it's going to work when it's really blizzarding. It's like, okay, I got to go to work. It's 8 in the morning. And it's like, am I going to wake up to a driveway full of snow? Or is it already going to be done? Or is he get up at a set time and like, well, I do it every day at this time, snow or not. So many mysteries. But yeah, I am actually kind of afraid for the wintertime because this is on a slant and, wintertime, ice. You can put 2 and 2 together. I'm kind of worried about that. But it's me worried about stupid stuff like that in the summertime when it's like 90 degrees. 90 degrees is not bad when it's not humid. But man, the other day, it must have been, it felt like 100. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty bad. Like coming back to this place was heaven. Heaven, baby. Oh, so good. Pop is so good. Okay, so we are at about an hour and 19 minutes in. Not really, because I started like 4 minutes late. Let's see, I'm sorry, an hour and 15 minutes in. There we go. So, what I'm going to do in the meantime. Oh shit, I do have them all saved in here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, of course, I'm gonna thank everybody. Then I'm going to put you guys on hold for a minute before I do this live music stuff, and I need to refill up my drink because I'm fiending some drink. I was trying to make it last, but there's just no way. I need more. I'm a fiend, so I'll put you on hold, get my music stuff set up. It shouldn't be more than like 2 minutes or so. But then come back, do some live music, and then maybe I'll put up all 3 episodes. I've been slacking on that. I apologize. I should have put the other 2 episodes up by now. I've been in such a weird mood being into this new place and not being able to sleep well and just having to work and then switching jobs and then just everything that's going on. So bear with me, guys. I apologize, and I thank you for being strong supporters and holding in there. And I haven't gotten to talk to the guy at Papa John's yet about being in this skit. But believe me, in the 2.5 weeks I've been at this place, I've become really good friends with all these people here at Papa John's. They're all good dudes. But I really have no doubt that he'd do it. So, especially, like, I'm going to have to tell him what the skit is. So, it's either going to be yes or no. And if it's a yes, it's going to be great. If it's a no, it'll still be great. It'll just be with someone else. But he would be so perfect. I just, I get to work and I kind of don't think about it. Out of sight, out of mind. And it's just, you walk in that door, it's like work time. Okay. So, what the fuck was that? Hello? You guys just heard that, right? I'm sure he did. I'm just going to check my door. Hold on. Now I'm creeped out that my house is haunted. That was a loud noise, too. There wasn't anything quiet. And I don't see anything like on the floor. It sounded like something falling, but I don't see anything on the floor. I don't see any of my cords dropped. Dude, what the fuck was that? That's scary. Dude, I'm scared. It's like, did I forget to lock the door? Did a killer walk? Did you guys see a killer walk in and walk behind me? Oh, I could pick what tweets show? I'm just now looking at the screen and it says show 8 tweets. It's like, I don't have 8 tweets, but wait, can I go and specify that even more? Oh, I don't know. Oh. Show 16. Oh, no. How do I undo? Undo. Undo. Anyway, alright, well, hey, so I'm supposed to be finding music right now. I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to put some music on, and I'm going to put you on hold. Uh-oh. Damn. Oh, I will be right back, guys. Hold on. And whatnot. Be right back. waiting for you. What you gonna do when it's through? When it's through, when I'm through with you, I'm through with you. You gonna call, when there's nothing left at all. So this is one of my songs I'm working on for the album. Still need to put some work into. That's better. Okay, well, I am back. Okay, wrong camera. I have so many things open here. Okay, close. So this one, I need like that. Probably like that. Like that. Alright, something like that. And then this one. Let's try some angles here. See how far this cord goes. Will this work? Will this reach? Oh shit, this will reach. Okay, hold on. Okay. I think that's should be decent for optimal viewing. I would imagine. I got this weird thing with the mic, and mine does this. So weird. Okay. All right, I'm excited. This is, I mean, if my bros were here, hanging out and doing the talk would probably be the most fun part of this show for me. But doing this solo, I really enjoyed this whole part of it. Can't blame a guy. Okay, let's try. Why is this so left speaker heavy? That's what I don't understand. That sounds a little better. I don't know. I don't think I want anything. Just gonna roll with it as is. As is. guess we'll start with a beat and a metronome, and then go from there. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna need to layer this a little bit. wanna know what's ahead into that little Joe. Right underneath that bridge when you try to climb over, it's a little ridge, and then the ridge becomes a sharp point, and you walk across, and then it breaks below. Just a little bit of sun and water below you. You're stuck inside, can't get out, and then below you drown. And then just a little step in front of you, and then you sit. Then you open up your eyes and see crimes in you. Just a little bit of something else, nothing else to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for today's show. And any other time, and every time, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate you. This sounds weird without it. Please tune into the next show. I might be here, I might not. I might be camping. We'll find out. If you see the show, I didn't go. I'll be here for you. But until then, I'm just gonna play you out. I suppose. There's no reason not to. You know what I'm saying?